What's up, guys? We've been playing Season 6 of Apex Legends for a couple of days now, and I wanted to talk about the good points of Season 6 and the bad points of Season 6 and my general thoughts of Apex Legends in the direction that it is heading in. And if I have some time at the end of the video, I want to talk about Hyperscape and my general thoughts of that game as well. So, Season 6 is a mixed bag. They have given us some good things. They have given us Evo shields on the drop, that you only have to do 50 damage to get to a level 1 Evo shield. They have introduced the Vault, which we've been waiting for a season and a half. They have brought back the Devotion, which is nostalgia for a lot of other players. They have also buffed Crypto, which is a blessing. Crypto is now almost a god. We have Rampart, and she's just as powerful as we've all been expecting her to be, especially after hearing about her amp wall and her minigun. World's Edge is different. There's a lot more places to explore. But let's dissect some of these good points and then talk about the bad points that come with this. And it's like one of my subscribers said, don't you ever dare use that Gamora thing. But yeah, we got all of these good things, but at what cost, right? So, we all get Evo shields on drop, our built-in Evo shields on drop, which is a good thing. It's a good thing. And my subscribers who know me, they know that I have a fetish for Evo shields, and they know that I will go an entire match searching for an Evo shield, and I'll be very unhappy if I can't find one. They also know that I'm willing to drop a purple or a gold shield for an Evo shield and let my teammates have the purple or gold shields. For them, they're looking at me and they're just like, but Vero, this is exactly what you asked for. This is exactly what you wanted. You get Evo shields. Everybody gets Evo shields. Yeah, I'm happy that we all get Evo shields, but I feel like I'm a part of a secret order or a secret cult of Evo shield users from like Season 5, where we used Evo shields because of the challenge, because of the merit, and because of the sense of accomplishment that was from getting a level 1 Evo shield to fully evolved red. There was a sense of accomplishment because you took a risk using the weakest shield in the game and lowering your time to kill drastically to inflict more damage and to prove that you have the skill to wield one of the most powerfulest shields in the game. Pretty sure powerfulest isn't a word, but we're going to go with it. But now in Season 6, they kind of spit on that sense of accomplishment. They spit on that hard work that it takes to get an Evo shield from level 1 to fully evolve, right? And the reason I say that they spit on it is because they have introduced blue and purple Evo shields. There is no longer any normal shields. There is just blue, purple, and white. So basically, somebody right on the drop can pick up a blue Evo shield and get it to purple, or pick up a purple Evo shield and get it to red, without having to put in even a third of the work that it would have took to get a level 1 Evo shield to fully evolved. And I've seen a couple of other Reddits where people have expressed disapproval at this, and some people in their arguments was that, hey, we preferred it where you just had the level 1 Evo shield and then the regular shields, where you gave people a choice to take on that risk of using that Evo shield or using a normal shield. And now you've made it so all of us have to take this risk. And I agree with that sentiment. Now everybody has to take on the risk of using a weaker shield. Everybody. And as people that love Evo shields, as you know, me speaking for myself, I don't know, I guess the cult of Evo shield users from Season 5, we use Evo shields because there was a sense of accomplishment and there was a sense of merit in, you know, just seeing our shields grow over time, right? Because of all the work and all the skill that we were putting in down that match. And now that other people can just skip all of that hard work and all of that effort and just get the purple and red, it's kind of insulting. And the fact that they introduce crafting mechanics is, I'd say it's iffy. I don't really like the crafting mechanics because it kind of puts me in the mindset of Fortnite. And I don't think Apex Legends really needed a crafting mechanic, but in some ways the crafting mechanic works, right? You get 5 crafting materials from opening supply bins. You get 25 from, using these canisters and stuff like that. You can use these crafting materials to get attachments or get like things like knockdown shields or med kits or even weapons, right? But I think one of the most ridiculous things, or one of the most insulting things as a person that used an Evo Shield in Season 5, is that you can put 45 crafting materials towards putting 100 points on your Evo Shield. You could literally reduce the amount of effort that you have to do to get your Evo Shield fully evolved drastically, provided you have enough crafting materials, right? And I feel like that is ridiculous. It eliminates any incentive in engaging other squads. It eliminates any incentive or any motive for going out and seeking fights. In Season 5, when I had a level 1 Evo Shield, I had to actively seek a fight with other squads. I had to actively look for people because there was an incentive to do so. There was an incentive to knock down the entire squad. There was an incentive to wipe it all out because I could get to purple if I did. I could get to red if I did. There was an incentive to do so. Now that you can just put crafting materials towards your Evo Shield and just kind of eliminate all of the effort or the damage that you need to do to get it fully evolved, you can have people just pretty much camping out corners of the map and they have all purple Evo Shields. They only need 50 damage to get to red. And they didn't fight a single squad. And let's just be honest, right? Let's just be honest. Shields are useless in Season 6. Shields are useless. They nerfed them. They reduced the health of all Evo shields, or all shields at this point, by 25 health. So now, white shields are pretty much just white Evo shields. Blue Evo shields are just pretty much level 1 shields. Purple Evo shields are just pretty much level 2 shields. A gold shield is just pretty much a level 2 shield. And the red Evo shield is pretty much a level 3 shield, right? So the time to kill is a lot lower. And it really just kind of also further removes the incentive of going out to fight somebody. Why would you want to go out and fight somebody when your shield is literally a wet piece of paper? Why? Every weapon in this game at this point shreds you. You could even die to Mozambique, I'd argue. I'd argue you could probably get clapped up by a person with a Mozambique at this point. If they have hammer point into it, you could easily die to somebody using Mozambique, and that's something. That says something. When somebody with a Mozambique can kill you, that says something. I don't even think you need the hammer point. The hammer point is just icing on the cake. I feel like I could use 2 P2020s and I'd probably win. I could use 2 P2020s and I could probably wipe out an entire lobby. Why? Because all it takes is a couple of shots from the P2020 to knock off their shields. And then the hammer point rounds are going to do the rest. I could literally wipe out an entire squad without really having to panic too much with just a P2020. And that's just the P2020. You consider that they've added the Vault, that they've brought back the Devotion, that the Flatline exists and the Hemlock exists. Not to mention that Rampart has an amp wall that deflects incoming damage and amplifies outgoing bullet damage. Your shields are almost non-existent. Your shields are just a lie. They're just an illusion of safety to give you the idea that you can fight another squad and not die. Shields are just an illusion at this point. The only way that you feel truly comfortable or truly safe is if you have a fully evolved shield at this point. And that's just a glorified purple. And let's just get into like the weapons, I guess. Vault, Devotion, Havoc. Energy weapons are God. They're God now. In this season, they're God. They have like 0 recoil. The fire rate on the Vault is insane, which, I mean, is a submachine gun. People should expect that, but it has literally no recoil. If you have a large enough mag and you're, good enough at maneuvering around, you could wipe out an entire squad, considering that the shields are a lot weaker this season. You could wipe out an entire squad and just knock down people, no problem. No problem. And I guess there's like that contradiction there where it's like, well, if it's such a big hassle for people that like to play offensive and rush, but it's easier for them to knock down people, then what's the problem? I mean, the problem is you're really not encouraged to rush. You're not encouraged to do anything. Your shields are weaker. You're more likely to get knocked down. People can camp from like 200 meters away with an Amp Wall and Sheila and Rampart with a G7 Scout and a Hemlock, and you could get shredded. You could get shredded for nothing. And how are you going to get to them? You're going to try to flank them? A good team that has Rampart and has the Amp Walls, they can just create literally a fortress and just watch all sides, and you will not have a chance. You might have a chance if you throw a bunch of grenades, but yeah, you probably won't have a chance. You probably won't have a chance. They've made crypto a god, but at what cost? They pretty much made it so crypto can respawn people with his drone, and I said this in a stream. In Season 5, I said it, that crypto should be able to respawn people with his drone. I didn't think that Respawn would do it, but they did it, and I'm happy for that. But also, people were like, he can use survey beacons with his drone. I get it. I get it. Following the train of logic that Hack is able to hack into anything, doors, supply bins, Respawn beacons, it's only a matter of time that he would be able to hack into survey beacons. Or, following that train of logic, he should automatically be able to do so. But I feel like Respawn made a mistake. They just pretty much made crypto this all-around versatile god, pretty much. Like, he can not only pick up your banner, he can not only EMP an entire squad from literally almost 100 meters away or 200 meters away. His drone is like an omniscient eye that tracks all of the enemy players as long as they don't shoot it down. And now he can respawn people without even really having to put himself in danger. And on top of that, he knows exactly where the ring is going to be. He didn't need to be able to survey beacons. He didn't need to do that. That was Pathfinder's role. You already nerfed Pathfinder to the ground by ruining his grappling. There's no point of using Pathfinder in offensive sense, right? Your only point of using Pathfinder at this point, I'd argue, is mainly for the zipline and mainly for the fact that he can survey beacons. And now that you took the fact that he can survey beacons and you've given it to crypto, there is really no point to use Pathfinder. Why would you use Pathfinder for mobility when you can throw down jump pads with Octane? Why would you bother to use his zipline when you can use Wraith? You can phase out of danger with Wraith. You automatically can get instinctual alerts when people are aiming at you. With Octane, you can run faster. You automatically regen health. In what world would you want to be Pathfinder at this point? Your grappling is literally garbage. There's literally another legend that does the survey beaconing better than you and is more useful to the team as a whole. Your only point in this season is just to get to a high place with the zipline, and that's it. And even then, that's automatically almost useless. They made Pathfinder useless. They made crypto pretty much a god. They have pushed this game in a direction that I don't think it needs to go in, right? It doesn't really feel like Apex anymore. It feels like this is a weird Apex, Fortnite, Call of Duty, Warzone mix. We have these holographic graffiti things for our legends, which I don't understand. I don't know who acts for holographic graffiti. This is not Warzone. This is Apex Legends. We have quips. We have banner poses. We have finishers. We have all of this stuff. But why did we need holographic graffiti? In what world did anybody ask for holographic graffiti? This is not Warzone. This is not Modern Warfare. And in what world did anybody ask for crafting materials? This is not Fortnite. We don't need to craft better gear and better weapons. Alright? The whole allure to Apex was like, hey, it's randomized loot. How well you play depends on your skill, but it also depends on what the RNG gods gift you from a supply bin, pretty much. Now, it's just like, screw all of that. You can craft better armor, or you can, You can craft points towards armor. You can craft all the attachments you need. And I think the glaring weakness about these crafting stations is that you have to literally take off your armor. You have to sit there for a couple of seconds, vulnerable, in broad daylight, waiting for your armor to get crafted to a better armor, I guess, or more points to be crafted into it. You have to sit there, wait for your items to craft, whether it's a digital thread or a weapon or whatever. You have to sit there. And you are in broad daylight, vulnerable to getting shot at by anyone. So, I don't know. Who hurt you, Apex? Who did this to you? Was it the devs? It was most likely the devs. Because, I mean, in their stream, they said that they wanted to encourage more passive play. For who? You already had passive play, man. I mean, let's just be honest. Snipers were already a thing in Apex. And snipers were already powerful. Why in God's name would you want to make them even more powerful? Alright, the Sentinel pretty much drops anybody with one shot now. Alright, it pretty much wipes somebody's shields in one shot. And it drops everybody in about 2 to 3 shots. That's not to mention the longbow pretty much does the same thing in 3 to 4 shots. Kraber definitely kills people in one hit now. If it even is in this game anymore. I haven't seen the Kraber so far in the past few days. But the Kraber definitely one-shots people without a doubt. I mean, at least before you had a chance of surviving it. Now you don't have a chance at all. The shields are absolutely useless. They're just an illusion. The guns knock you down so quickly you don't even know what happened. Rampart is pretty much a goddess of destruction with a minigun and an amp wall combined. You can literally rain down fury upon a squad and there's nothing that they could do except hide for cover and pray that you're reloading and then lobby a bunch of grenades or calling down an airstrike on you. Maybe. I don't know what Apex Legends has become in Season 6, but it's definitely not as fun to play, right? I felt like Season 5 was more fun. Season 5 was a good balance of a lot of things. Also, I didn't like the fact that they gave us like this whole quest thing for Rampart. Or maybe I'm not going to say I didn't like it. I'm not going to say I don't like it. I guess what I'm trying to say is why? Why do I care about her shop? Why do I care about doing quests for her shop? At least with Loba, we understood there was this lore building going on, right? There was this big lore building onto the Apex Legends universe, right? All of the legends came together to help Loba get this artifact. There was a lot of backstabbing, there was a lot of betrayal, there was a lot of friendships being built up and a lot of friendships being destroyed. We got to connect more with our legends, our characters, right? And also, we had a cool little scene with Ash. That was the whole point of doing the Season 5 quest. That was the whole point of doing the artifact quest, and I enjoyed it. I spent 2 hours of my life doing those quests. I even have a video on this channel doing it from point A to point B. I enjoyed it. But there is literally no reason I would ever want to do any quest for Rampart. Why do I give a freak about her shop? Why do I give a freak whether her shop opens up or not? It doesn't help the bigger lore of the Apex universe. And I don't like the fact that Rampart is giving me Lily Singh vibes because sometimes she just can't shut up. Like, you could be walking around and she just talks like a mile a minute. And it's just like, it's Lily Singh vibes. How's your ma? Stop. Stop, Rampart. Just stop. Just stop. I don't want you to be Lily Singh. Alright? Don't. I mean, I saw Rampart. I saw that she was like, she had like this Indian Hindu theme going on, and I was for it. And now that I see her personality, I kind of just don't like it. I'll still play her. I'll still get that sorry not sorry legendary skin. I'll still enjoy using Sheila and using the amp walls, but her personality, her quips, I don't want none of it. I just don't want none of it. I don't know. I'm just done with Season 6, and it hasn't even started. I'm just done with Season 6. All I want to do is complete my Battle Pass, get that amazing skin for the G7 Scout, get the amazing skins for Pathfinder and for Bloodhound, and get these skydive emotes that I've been asking for Bangalore and for Caustic, and that's about it. I really can't care about anything else. That's just about it. But yeah, I mean, some of these changes are good. Some of these changes are good, but at what cost? It's like Apex is becoming a different game, and it's not something I enjoy. It's not something I enjoy. If I wanted low time to kill, if I wanted graffiti, and if I wanted crafting mechanics, I would just play Warzone. If I wanted to spend points or currency in the game to get a med kit or whatever, I would just play Warzone. I would just collect money in Warzone. I would just buy me an armor plate bundle. I would just... Look, if I wanted to get shredded in seconds and I wanted to camp like literally 80% of the match, I would just play Warzone, right? Who hurt you? Like, who hurt you, Apex? Who did this to you? And devs, I'm not sure if you're paying attention to the community, but I mean, nobody asks for these things. Nobody asks for graffiti. Nobody asks for a crafting mechanic. Nobody asks you to nerf the shields to nothing. Nobody. Stop. And the sad thing is, I think we're just too far in. They've already released all of this stuff. What are they going to do? Cancel it? No. I think this is just what's going to happen. This is what's going to be Apex from now on. This is what's just going to be Apex. Now, I guess we're about 20 minutes in. 21. Let's get into Hyperscape. I don't have to get into like a lot of detail about Hyperscape. I've been playing it for like a day or two now, and I already know how I feel about it. It's a fun game to play. It's a fun, fast-paced game to play. I'm not going to lie to you. The parkour, the movements, everything is so high-paced, so fast-paced, and high speed. But the time to kill is ridiculously high. None of the weapons, or most of the weapons, don't do damage like they should. And I'm just going to say this. The Dragonfly does 18 damage. In Hyperscape, you have 120 health. And the Dragonfly is like this semi-auto sniper rifle, pretty much. Tell me why in God's name do I need to put in 9 to 10 shots to kill somebody with a Dragunov, a glorified Dragunov? When in Modern Warfare, that thing just kills somebody in like 2 to 3 shots. I'd be willing to I guess barter with you and say maybe like maybe somewhere around like 4 to 5 shots is good. But the fact that it does 18 damage per shot, and then the fact that everybody moves so fast and they regen so quickly, it's just like if you can't instantly land several headshots on them in that very moment you see them, if they escape around that corner, they're going to have full health again, and they're going to come back and they're going to revenge kill you. So it's almost impossible to get kills in Hyperscape. You really have to plan around that. You have to plan around that high-paced mobility that other people have. And another problem I have is that a lot of the hacks that you think are useful are not as useful as you think. Reveal is useless. The mines, I'd argue, are pretty useless. I'd say some of the most useful hacks that you can probably get are like the magnet hack that pulls your opponents into one spot and keeps them there. The ball hack, it's better than like the invulnerability hack where you just kind of take like a couple of seconds where you don't take any damage. The ball hack, you not only take damage with the ball absorbing it, but you can bounce and you can just run away pretty much. Granted, they see you as this giant ball, but you have a chance to heal inside the ball. You know that you're going to soak up a lot more damage. It lasts longer than the invulnerability. Some of these hacks are just useless. The shockwave hack, I'd argue, is useless. I've never seen anyone do well with the shockwave hack. I've never been killed to a shockwave hack. I've been more likely to be killed by a magnet hack that pulls me and just keeps me in place to get shot at than anything else. A lot of the weapons are absolutely useless. I think one of the weapons I really favor right now is the D-Tap, which is a pistol that auto-aims. And I know what you guys are saying. Ooh, Vero, you need auto-aim? Yes. Yes, I do. I very much do need. I need it. All right. Look, it's very hard to aim at people that are basically sliding and moving and jumping across rooftops and jumping on these trampolines that propel them like 100 miles into the air. So, yes, I do need some auto-aiming pistol that lands every single bullet on them if they're within a certain range. I need that. And, I don't like that you have to fuse these weapons fully to get them to reach, like, their maximum damage. And even then, their maximum damage isn't that much more powerful, right? Like, the D-Tap does 5 damage per shot, and 7 damage per headshot. I think it shouldn't do that little damage per headshot. If I'm doing headshot damage to you, you should be dying very quickly. It shouldn't take me 20 shots with a D-Tap or 24 shots with a pistol to kill you. And this is like not fully evolved. Fully evolved, it takes 20 shots. Why? Why are some of your weapons so weak? Why is the time to kill so freaking high? What they need to do in Hyperscape is they need to nerf the health regen on people. So, like, you don't instantly regenerate health when you run away from somebody. When you turn that rooftop, you shouldn't be able to just have full health when I see you again. Alright? You should still have the same amount of health that I saw you with the last time. Actually, I don't even think that we should regen health at all. Let's just be honest. You have these med hacks or these healing hacks where you kind of heal yourself, and I think that's good enough. You shouldn't have to regen health automatically when you run away from a fight. There should be consequences. If I shoot at you, I should be able to find you again and finish you off before you can get off that healing hack. Not you run away, and for about a good 30 seconds you come back full health and then you wipe me. The minigun isn't as powerful as I want it to be. The dragonfly isn't as powerful as I want it to be. It's kind of hard to aim at anybody with anything other than the Ripper or the D-Tap or pretty much a grenade launcher. I don't know. Every other mode outside of Faction War is just unplayable and unfun. Well, like, it's just not fun. It's just not fun. I think the only mode that is worth playing right now is Faction War because there's literally so many people on all sides that it's kind of hard for somebody to hard focus on you as a person when you have at least 19 other people on your side backing you up. It's fun. You don't die as much and you get respawned a lot more than you would in like a squad mode or in solos. Yeah, Hyperscape is fun to play, I guess. It's fun to, shoot the weapons. It's fun to fuse them together. It's fun to use the hacks. But if you're trying to get kills, you're going to have a tough time doing that. If you're trying not to die, you're going to have a tough time doing that because usually, it's one of those situations where, like, when you try to kill somebody, it takes forever to do that. But when they kill you, it's just, like, instant. Like, usually I'm trying to kill somebody with other weapons that aren't grenade launchers, and then they just spam grenade launchers, and it doesn't matter where I run, I still take some type of damage. I don't know. I don't know whether it's my internet, I don't know what it is, but it's like, and I say this in like every game, whether it's Apex, whether it's whether it's Warzone, whether it's Battlefront 2, it's always that one moment where you're like at literally 2 to 5 health and you're trying to avoid that very last bullet and you're around the corner. You could be right around the corner, right? And the bullet somehow finds a way to hit you around that corner and down you. That's one of the most rage-inducing things. But yeah, here's my thoughts. This is not a year for gaming, I think. This is just not a year for gaming. The only game that seems to be doing anything right now is Pokemon. And that's because Isle of Armor was pretty decent. I felt like there wasn't enough content in Isle of Armor. All we got was one legendary Pokemon. That's all we got. We got one legendary Pokemon, and they opened up like a bunch of other Pokemon that should already be within the Pokedex. But I mean, hey, I can't wait for the Crown Tundra. There's a lot of hype around the Crown Tundra. There seems to be a boatload of legendary Pokemon that are being introduced in the Crown Tundra. And, yeah, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for the Pokemon meta after more of these Pokemon come out. I just want my Salamence. That's all I want. But Apex Legends Season 6 is pretty much Warzone and Fortnite and Apex Legends all together. and some weird monstrosity, like the human centipede, pretty much. Hyperscape. It's a fun, fast-paced game, but the weapons are weak. The time to kill is way too high, and yeah, most of the hacks are useless. Most of the weapons are useless. There is a very specific meta in Hyperscape, and they tell you that you can use these hacks and use these weapons and, you know, create and craft your own playstyle. But let's just be honest, in Hyperscape, there's only one playstyle. And if you try to do anything outside of that, you're going to have a tough time. But this is Vero. These are my thoughts on Hyperscape in Season 6 of Apex Legends. What are your thoughts on Season 6? And what are your thoughts on Hyperscape? Comment it below. If you like this video and you want to see some of my Apex Legends streams, please subscribe. Bye.